So this is my first video. It's my first 3D print that I 3D printed miniature that I went ahead and printed. And here I have it on the computer, and here it is as it was printing. I think it's just about done right there. Next thing I did was wash it in some alcohol. After I started washing, then of course you let it dry. Once it's completely dry, then it's time to cure it. Here I am putting it in the wash and cure station. Basically you just set it down and then the ultraviolet light will cure it. Doesn't take too long, just a few minutes, and the resin cures. So then after that I went ahead and primed it for painting. I think here I was using a Krylon primer. Here's my reference from the computer. I went ahead and printed this out to use as a reference for my painting. Like I said, it's my first miniature really that I attempted to paint. But I did want to have some type of reference. You can see there's a lot of shadows and highlights. Here I am setting up my painting station. I've got my image for reference. I've got my brushes. I think I bought these from Amazon. Then there I am pouring my paints. I'm using a wet palette. I've done a substantial amount of research, and wet palette apparently is the way to go. It does a really good job of thinning your paints with the water that gets brought up to the surface from the sheet. So here I am. I started painting it. It's not very in focus, but it's a work in progress. But I began with the purple. Really, you want to just kind of spread it around as much as you can. I think one thing I have to work on is getting the right consistency of the paint. It seems like it might have been just a tiny bit too thick. I could have probably used a drop of water to thin down the paints. Rule of thumb is you'd rather apply 2 thin coats than 1 thicker coat. So I think trying to master that level of paint consistency, or paint thinness I should say, is something I'm still working on. But there I'm starting to apply the green. So this is all just base coating. It's just applying basically a painting by the numbers. I'm applying the colors as I see in the picture there that I'm using as a reference. I think one of the challenges really is kind of keeping focus while you paint. I think I was using a really small brush, maybe a size 0. And again, these are cheap brushes. These are synthetic brushes. Like I said, it's my first time really getting into this miniature painting hobby, and so I wanted to go cheap as possible. And so I'm using cheap synthetic brushes I bought off of Amazon, but they seem to be doing the trick just right. Here I am working on some of the finer details, getting into the intricate spaces. So here I think I had just finished the base coat and I had applied highlights. I'm not sure if I had applied any sort of wash. Maybe later on I ended up applying a wash, but this is really how it ended up coming out. Not too bad.